I'm very fortunate today to be with Marjorie Bayliss, who is a mature and experienced member of the Conservative Party. Marjorie, what is it you do for the Conservative Party?
I'm the Deputy Chairman, Membership and Finance for the South West region.
And I heard earlier that you have some buckets with you at the conference, and what are you planning to do with those buckets?
We have a reception this evening and we're collecting money for various Conservative causes, and so it's quite nice to jingle them and relieve people of cash on their way in or out to support those causes.
And I see you brought some bucket fillers yourself.
Money, yes.
How much money do you normally carry?
Actually, I normally have quite a bit because I live quite rurally, and it's a 22-mile round trip to go to my local supermarket.
Oh boy.
My local post office is 3 miles away, but I think they struggle with staff. They're not always open. I can't guarantee to be able to get money out when I want it. So I like to ensure I have a reasonable amount, but not a huge amount in case anyone's thinking of robbing me, on me at any time.
Have you noticed that your ability to get cash has gone down over the years?
Gosh, yes.
Yeah, bank branches disappearing. Have you lost a few of those locally as well, bank branches?
We have. I think it's only Lloyd's that's going to be left in Tiverton and quite a lot of other places. Good old Lloyd's.
Are they staying? Definitely?
I hope so. I'm really appalled at the idea that we can't get cash. They're going to have to make some kind of a replacement thing available if they're not going to be able to offer bank services and cash. They've got to keep the holes in the wall. Yeah. Post offices have got to step up to the mark. We've got to look at other ways of being able to deliver cash to people who need it. I think
we've still got 11,500 post offices, so that's twice as many as bank branches. And that's a fairly stable number, but it's very important we hang on to them, isn't it? If we lose post offices as well, it'll be a disaster.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. You can't lose those and the banks.
So we asked people through a YouGov survey earlier this year, and we found over 90% of people are like you, still maybe not with £300 on them, but still using cash. But we also found that 71% of the people we interviewed, so roughly 40 million people, if you apply that to the electorate, actually want a Payment Choice Act that gives them the legal right to use cash. Is that something that you would be sympathetic to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the reasons for that are slightly Big Brother, which I don't want to sound like a conspiracy nut, but with all this, everything being joined up with credit cards and people being able to see what you're spending your money on, I can see that probably long after I'm dead and gone, people going to their doctors and saying, "Oh, I think I've got a problem with my heart," and they'll look through their computers and they say, "Oh, Mrs. Bloggs, you bought 2 pints of double cream last week. We can't possibly treat you until you..." And it's just intrusive into people's privacy.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that I've got against having to use credit cards, bank transfers or whatever online. God knows I use and abuse my credit card, but cash is really, really important.
And a lot of these organisations say that they want that information so that they can target market you, but isn't that really irritating when you get messages on your internet accounts, on your mobile phones and so on all the time where people are singling you out because they know exactly what you're doing?
I am a Lloyd's customer. I love Lloyd's. I think they are a fabulous bank. I've banked with them for decades. And they used to have a scheme where they used to go with air miles on it, but for some reason the relationship with BA Air Miles fell down. So I now have another credit card. And I really get irritated the way they're trying to make me put all my money on their credit card because they can see that I'm using somebody else's credit card.
Absolutely, yeah. So you're transferring the balances across.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. And they offer really good deals on that, don't they? 5 or 6% interest rates. Yeah. Which, when people are paying 20% on a credit card, is very attractive. Yeah.
Well, it is. But
over-marketing,
I'm really boring, and I pay my bill off every month, so it's of no interest to me.
You may be mature enough to know, remember, Marjorie, that none of us asked for credit cards. They were actually given to us automatically. I don't know if you remember the Access card. Millions of them were just posted through letterboxes and we were all given credit limits. I mean, that wasn't really a good thing, was it? Because it encouraged people to get into debt.
I think people have to be very sensible about credit cards. It's not a money tree. You should always sort of live and buy within your means to avoid getting into trouble.
And cash helps you do that, doesn't it?
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It's so much more tangible and to keep a hold of.
Yeah.
I know when I bought something for £15, I've got no idea how much money's here, by the way, but I know that this pile reduces instantly in front of me by £15. If it's on a credit card, you don't really keep track of it until the credit card bill comes in at the end of the month and you think, ye gods.
An unpleasant shock.
Absolutely.
Well, being Scottish, I'm very careful with my £15.
Are you?
Marjorie, it's been a delight to speak to you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.